Happy New Year, sisters and associates. Today we stand on the threshold of 2011. By God's grace, we have been given this time in history. We typically begin a new year with one or more good resolutions. I would like to offer you a New Year's resolution that will help to sustain our mission and charism into the future. Imagine the effect on our congregation and world if together we could make this New Year's resolution: a recommitment to our SSJ Justice Ministry. Our constitutions affirm that justice is a constitutive element of the gospel message. In other words, justice is essential to the good news of Jesus Christ, who was both mystic and prophet. Jesus lived in total union with God and was passionate about fulfilling God's dream for a just world. His life was marked by courageous risk-taking for the sake of creating right relationships. Relationships with those who were poor, sick, and cast off by society. His self-emptying, inclusive love turned the values of his culture upside down. Recall the question that we posed to each other as we concluded chapter. How do we dare to live these SSJ values? They are the values of Jesus entrusted to us for these times. This past year, we celebrated the 30th anniversary of our commitment to the Justice Ministry. What better way to continue the legacy of these 30 years than through a New Year's resolution to do so? We believe that the work of justice is so important that as a General Council and Commission for Justice, we have joined together in a very intentional way to advance this work. Our special Advent prayer drew us into rich scripture readings and the words of Constance Fitzgerald, reminding us of a new epoch, a new way of being in our world, in a sustainable way where, as the prophet Isaiah poetically says, justice will flourish and profound peace is the norm. In order to continue and sharpen this focus, over each of the next 10 weeks, a sister or associate will speak about the ways that she is sustaining our mission through her experience of participating in our justice ministry. The speakers will connect their stories to one of the principles of Catholic social teaching in a 3-minute YouTube video clip. Each person will define one of the 10 principles of Catholic social teaching. She will talk about how it relates to our mission and describe how she is striving to live that principle in her everyday life. Then she will offer a challenge to the congregation about how we can be more mindful of ways that we could live this principle. How often have we heard children say to one another, "I dare you"? Adults don't often say this, and yet at chapter we did by saying, how do we dare to live these SSJ values? Well, today, I dare you, I dare us to make a New Year's resolution to recommit ourselves to our SSJ Justice Ministry. Ultimately, this work is about union with God and our dear neighbor. And what does our world need more? Again, just imagine the effects on our congregation and world if together we make this our New Year's resolution. I know we are up to the challenge. I invite you to join in, and Happy New Year.